Hello, parents and guardians. This is Richard Gonzalez, principal of New Vision's Charter High School for the Humanities 2. And this is the Hum 2 Parent Preview for the week of January 11th through the 15th. And here we go with our topic. We're giving you an update on our reset to our core values of the 3 R's: rigor, respect, and responsibility. I'm going to give you a recap and then tell you how the plan went. I'll be disappearing now so you can see the data. As you may remember, to reach our goal, we use the New Vision's Charter High School's Universal Classroom Procedures and R grades. There are 5 procedures, and last week we focused on our first procedure: enter and begin. This procedure calls for scholars to arrive on time, enter quietly, sit in an assigned seat, take out their necessary materials, and complete their do now. Well, last week I told you the problems that we're having thus far at Hum 2, and that's that our scholars are arriving to school too late. Scholars are coming after 9 o'clock, and at 9, they actually should be seated and in their classroom. That is when first period starts. More concerning is that scholars are coming to school very unprepared. Not having the necessary materials to learn is like the carpenter going to work without a hammer. Many scholars are not even bringing the school-provided laptop. So we came up with a plan, and we decided that at 9 p.m., if you were not in your class, you were going to be held in the auditorium. You had to fill out a reflection form. You had to go over it with a staff member. A parent or guardian was called on the spot, and there were some subsequent consequences for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th lateness in 1 month. Well, this Friday, we had our first go, and here are the results, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, for our first Friday, there were 171 late scholars to school. Remember, Hum 2 is under 500. That is an extremely alarming number. And due to the high volume of scholars, we could not even complete the individual phone calls. So we're going to have to resort to robo-call blasts between the hours of 11 and 12. More upsetting than that, ladies and gentlemen, was that scholars did not even have their laptops to do the reflection form or even pen and paper. I'm sure you agree, like I said last week, this is not okay. All of us want the best for Hum 2 scholars. And the best means that they have to come to school on time and they have to be prepared. So to make this successful, you have to arrive on time and you have to have the necessary materials. And with that, we're going to master enter and begin. And the scholar expectations are going to be on point. So I urge all of you parents to help us with this. Look in that backpack. I'm sure you bought it anyway. Take a look inside and see what is your scholar bringing to school. And do everything you possibly can to get them to school on time. If there's any way we can help, please reach out to us. 5 procedures. And our goal is to master this one by the end of this month. And coming up next week, we want to remind all of you that Saturday Regents Prep is going to happen with 2 sessions on Saturday, January 16th. This is for any scholar sitting for the January Regents exams. They can come in on Saturday for prep. Now, I want to clarify, the January Regents are only for select 10, 11, and 12th graders. No 9th grader takes January Regents. The sessions are the first from 9:30 a.m. to 11, and the second session from 11 to 12:30 p.m. That's happening this Saturday Regents Prep for the January Regents exam. Your scholars know whether they're taking the exams or not. Again, no 9th graders take January Regents. And I'd like to leave you with a parting thought. Is your scholar involved enough in after-school activities to be college-bound? More to come next week as we talk about how to be the college-bound scholar. And finally, thank you. We are in this together, and together we are better. Parents are our partners at Hume 2, and I will see you next week for the next installment of the Hume 2 Parent Preview. Thank you.